What's up, everybody? Sensei here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another video. And there I am rocking the vintage Blueberry t-shirt. If you know, you know. If you don't, you need to know. One of the best cereals ever that I used to tear apart as a kid, man. Love me some Blueberry. But I am on the T4 Pro, aka the Street Weasel, having a good time going through my warm-up lap. And I always tell riders, make sure that you warm up your tire, especially if your wheel is sitting in air conditioning or it's a cold day. That way, when you start slicing and dicing, carving and cutting like Barry Sanders, you're not going to slide out. In any motorsport, from F1 racing to drag racing, NASCAR, they always warm up the tire for extra grip. So make sure you warm your tire up. But having a really good time on the T4 Pro. It's an enjoyable wheel. It is a nimble wheel. Is this something that I would recommend to riders? I'm going to be straight up and honest. It all depends on your riding style and what you're looking for in a wheel. If you're looking for a wheel that's easy to transport, it's quick, it's nimble, you could get 40 miles of range depending on your speed. Even, I believe you could probably even hit 50 miles on this wheel depending on how you ride it. Again, it has a torque motor. Is this going to be an open road wheel? No, it's not. This is something that you can bang around in the city. Top speed is about 38 miles an hour. With my body weight, I could comfortably take it up to 35, 36. I would not go above that. I normally ride between 25 and about 32 miles an hour, which is good enough for me. Could I ride faster than that? Yes, but I cap my speed. Just depending on where I'm riding. But overall, having a great time. The footage that you're seeing now in New York City, this is the 4th of July. I thought it'd be a great time just to go into the city and just film. It wasn't busy, crazy with traffic all over the place. I really don't like filming too much when the traffic is crazy in New York City. I'd rather keep my eye on the road when it's crazy traffic. That way you do not get foobarred up here. If you take your eye off the road while riding a minute in New York City, you can get yourself tore up here. So be very careful, okay? Looking down now at the T4 Pro, I did make adjustments. Now, when you saw me with the Blueberry shirt on, that was the initial ride where I had just put the pads on, the surprisingly decent pads, and I was just trying to get the feel for that. But right here, I made some minor adjustments to the pedals. I gave it more of a positive tilt in the front. It feels pretty good. Now that I'm looking at it, I have to lower the toe part of the pad down to bring it closer to my sneaker. But besides that, and you can see me wobbling a little bit here. Again, you see my toes are tap dancing across the pedals like Freddie Stair or Gregory Hines, just trying to get the feel of the wheel. I also have on here Nylanova fairings with a Nylanova front and rear handle. Now, the issue I had with the handle in the front, I had to customize it in order to get it to fit on the wheel. I don't know if I had a bad handle. I don't know if it was user error when I installed it, but I had to customize it a little bit, but it still worked out. It's, I can lift the wheel and it gives the wheel added protection in the front and in the back. And then later in the video, I'll give you a closer look at the handle on there. But really enjoying this wheel. I think for the money, you can't go wrong. I picked this up off of Clark Pads for $1,399. And I was kind of torn because I was thinking about getting a Falcon. But I said the Falcon costs more. I mean, it's like $1,600. That's fine. It wasn't even about the money, but I'm like, okay, the T4 Pro has double the battery size. And I mean, this is just regular batteries. You can get the T4 Pro with 50S batteries. That's what the Falcon comes with. But it has an 1800 watt battery pack in the T4 Pro. The Falcon has a 900 watt hour battery pack, and it has a higher top end speed. The T4 does. T4 has a higher top end speed to where, for my riding weight, I wouldn't go above 26 miles an hour on the Falcon. I just don't think that's a wheel that you want to push up to 30 miles an hour. I think top speed on it is 31. But again, that's kind of iffy. I would keep it at about 25 to 26 miles an hour tops for the Falcon. But what else is going on? I thought about picking up a Master V4 after I sell my RS, but I'm thinking, I don't want to come across as a hypocrite. I always tell people, rock what you got, enjoy what you got. So I'm thinking I'm just going to take my own advice, rock what I got for 2024, and see in early 2025, I don't know, maybe April of 2025, pick up another wheel. We've had a lot of wheels drop. Think about it. We've just had the Sherman L. Specs come out, the F22. What else? The F22, the Sherman L, the Griffin, and the Blitz wheel should be dropping soon. I just want to see where the wheels are going right now. I think there's a lot of stuff coming, and I don't know if I want to be on the market to buy a wheel straight out the gate, but we'll see. I normally like to buy my wheels after they get all the kinks out. So in a T4 Pro, they actually have a T4 Pro Max. It's just a beefier version of this wheel, 3,000 watt motor. I believe top speed is about 43 miles an hour, but for me, this is good enough. You can see the rear handle, the Nylanova handle, surprisingly decent pads. The fairings are from Nylanova. Again, I think it looks great, feels great, but I still have to run the wheel through its paces. I'm just having a good time. Really, it feels great to be out on the wheel. It's been hot up here lately. Like, when I was riding in the city, I sweated completely out of my clothes. I didn't realize how muggy and humid it was outside. Oh my goodness. It was crazy. This day was cool though. You see me rocking with the Blueberry shirt. It was cool out. It was in the evening. It was a really good day to ride. Really good day to ride. I think it was only about 80 degrees out. So I was just out there zipping around, just trying to soak in as much information as I can about the wheel. Again, always give pedestrians the right of way. And you can get a really good look. You can see the front handle that I had to customize, the Nylanova handle. I don't know what I did wrong. It could have been 100% user error, but for some reason, if you look at that green bumper that's on the back of the wheel, they had like a smaller one for the front. I had to cut that off, and then I took and reinstalled the two metal bars in the front, and I took handlebar grip tape that's black and green and wrapped it around the bottom handle, and then I took some abrasion resistant tape. You guys have seen that stuff on my my Tesla. I always rock that on the Tesla, and I put that across the top metal bar, and it came out really, really good. It gives protection to the headlight, at least the bottom, and it gives some protection. I could actually lean the wheel forward on it if I wanted to, but it's good enough for right now. I might purchase a new handle later on down the road or a different fairing kit, but for right now, this one is serving its purpose. Again, Nylanova fairings with Nylanova front and rear handle, and surprisingly decent pads. One thing I am noticing though is I think the wobble's coming up right about here. Is that I thought about switching out to Clark pads. I think it's just easier to balance out the pads when it's all one solid piece. Like right here, you can see me wobbling. It actually felt worse than it looked on video. I was like, man, it felt like the wheel was just gonna flop me off of it. But again, that was my fault. I had to adjust the PSI a little bit, bring it down, and then just readjust the pads. And that's one thing about the pads. I think that having the pad one solid piece, it's easier to keep the wheel balanced on either side. That's just my opinion anyway. Wow. I run my mouth a lot. You know, let's just finish out the video. I'm going to talk through this whole thing, man, because I was really having a good time on this wheel. Weather was fantastic. It's a joy to ride suspension. I still like non-suspension wheels, but man, getting on suspension really just adds to the essence of the ride, man. It just, it feels so good. You know, it's like you're not getting as beat up when you're riding. You know, it's easier on your back, easier on your knees. So, and you can have, there's a shot of the rear Nyla Nova handle on that thing, and it makes it so much easier to pick the wheel up. And, you know, whether you're putting it in a car or taking it upstairs, it just makes it a lot easier to pick up the wheel. And I think Begode, you gotta put better handles on these wheels. Like, there's no reason why I should have to run out and spend money to put a handle on this wheel. It should already come with the handle on it. Come on, man. Come on. You could do that. And there's an even better shot of it. But now I'm getting acclimated to the wheel. I'm getting comfortable on it, picking it up a little bit. And this is where I just wanted to take and throw my camera up on the roof of freaking Walgreens. Walgreens is right over there, you know, off to the side. So I pull up to this intersection, and, you know, I hit the light so I could cross the road. And you'll see right here when it happens. Look at this. So I'm just looking around, and right about, it's coming, you'll see it. I look, bang! I didn't hit the lens, I just hit the top of the camera, and it wasn't even hard. And it knocked the calibration off. Oh my goodness, I was so ticked. So when I looked at the footage, everything was just out of sync. Like my head was in one place, my arms were crooked on the video. So I had to go on YouTube and see, it's not like the Insta360 where you can just recalibrate it in the camera. You have to go in, you have to take a photo, take that photo, put it into the editing software, and then you hit recalibrate, and it recalibrates your camera according to that photo, if it's clear enough and everything. And then you take that and you put it on your SD card, and it fixes and recalibrates the camera. Hey, I want to thank everyone for joining me. Get on your wheel, you ride it like you hate it. You be safe out there, but you ride it like you hate it. I'm Sensei. Hello. Good night.